Hey, good morning. Happy Tuesday, March 26th. Um, Man, what a hell of a month it has been. Probably the most strenuous and challenging month I've ever experienced. Um, just to start, as you can see on the screen, I'm back to work full time. Uh, for those of you that know me well, know that I had somebody very near and dear to me pass away just about a few weeks ago, and so I've been off of work. During these last few months, I've also been training for the marathon that was this Sunday, and what an experience that was for multiple reasons. Primarily, it was just a goal that I thought I would never achieve. And in 2001, for those of you that have seen me walk, you see me with a limp. I walk with a natural limp simply because I'm missing a part of my shin bone on my left leg. And so when I was a young child, my doctors told me, hey man, you're probably never going to be able to play sports. You're probably not going to be able to run. And I've always been of the mindset to just tell people to fuck off when they tell me something like that. And even at a young age, I was like, yeah, fucking right. So I started kickboxing and doing stuff, but I always had that in my mind that I was never going to be able to run. And just about earlier this year, I decided, hey, fuck it, I'm going to start running. I'm going to do a 5K with my nephew, and I did a 5K, and I did a 10K. And I started doing half marathons on my own. And as I started to prep for that LA Marathon, and shout out to my NAREP fam, quick plug, because the day of the installation, I was inspired to just growth, and being nominated as the treasurer and installed as the treasurer for NAREP, something that was a huge milestone in my career. I had in my mind that I could do just about anything. And one of my really good friends, she told me, I'm going to sign up for the marathon. And I said, fuck it, I'll sign up too. And it was something I did. So December 7th, when I woke up, I signed up for the LA Marathon. I started training for it. Midway through training, I hurt my back pretty badly to where I couldn't train for about 3 weeks. I got in one more 13-mile run. It felt great. And then the man who raised me passes away. And I was just distraught and emotional, and I wasn't able to train anymore. And it was really just, there was nothing I could do. There was nothing I can get my mind to do to get my mind off of just what had happened, and losing my mentor, my father essentially, and to go out and decide that I'm still going to do the race because that is the type of man that he raised, and that's the type of man that I am. I'm not going to let life get in the way of me achieving a goal that I set for myself. And so I took a few weeks off of work, off of doing just about anything, and let myself grieve and let myself be with my family, and reorganize my thoughts, reorganize my priorities, really dedicated myself to just being there with my family and appreciating every moment. And so when the day of the marathon came, there was no doubt in my mind that I wasn't going to finish. I knew I hadn't trained right. I knew I was going to be in trouble at some point, but I just said, I'm going to go do it. I'm going to get out there and I'm going to get it done. And when I started the race, oh God, it was like my Tio Roberto was there with me, and just pumping me up, giving me energy. And I hit 5 miles in the fastest time I'd ever done it. And then I hit 6 miles, and I was starting to get tired, and I was like, oh fuck, here's where the doubt comes in. Here's where the mindset starts to kind of take over, and my body started to tell me, you got 20 miles left, and you ate all those burritos. Probably shouldn't have had pan dulce the night before, but what are you gonna do? But I kept pushing. About mile 10, I went on Facebook Live and did a video, just said, why the hell do people do this? It was more comical than it was to just actually question it. For sure, I could see why people were doing it. Everybody has their own goals. Everybody has their own reason. for me, it was proving doctors from 20 years ago wrong, proving myself wrong, and just doing something that I thought was going to be impossible. And so I went out there and I just did it, and I kept running. And right about mile 18, I looked down on my phone and I saw all the messages coming in of my friends, my family, everybody who was supporting me, and I appreciate every single one of you for texting and reaching out and just showing your support. But y'all killed my fucking battery, and my phone died, and coincidentally enough, so did my body. And I started to have the worst spasms I'd ever experienced. I never really cramped. I've always been a decent athlete. And so cramping up and just spasming out, I couldn't believe it. And for a split second, I thought, this is it. This is over. It was symbolic in nature. I saw an ambulance coming my way. I was like, maybe I should wave it down. Shout out to Uber for making my doubt even harder, for putting out scooters all along the path. Every scooter I passed by, I was like, no one will know if I ride this for a mile, but I would, so I quickly shut that off. And all the volunteers were great. They saw me suffering. People came out and sprayed me down with biofreeze. You know, I was really hoping somebody slipped me some Advil, but no one had any. These kids gave me a half a Monster can, and it was just, I felt so much love and support while I was out there. And my phone was dead, but I knew my family was cheering for me. There was people tracking me, and I essentially crawled the rest of the way. I limped my way the last 8 miles. I was in agonizing pain as my legs kept cramping up and spasming out. And I did the first 18 miles in about 4.5 hours, and I did the last 8 miles in about 2.5 hours. It was about a 6.5 hour time to finish. My first goal when I first started was just to finish. If it took me 8 hours, it was just to finish. And you know, I took all 6.5 hours, and you know, what I realized is I could do better. I was, when I crossed the finish line, I wasn't even happy. I wasn't even overjoyed with, you know, I pictured myself crossing the finish line and really just getting all the emotions of the last month, weeks, just overwhelming and coming over me. But that's not who I am, the person I am. I looked at it, I quickly reflected. I appreciated my body for helping me get through it. I appreciated my family for the support, my friends for the support. And then it's time to get to work. It's time to get better. It's time to crush it. And so now, when I woke up Monday morning at 4 a.m, it wasn't, oh my God, I'm sore. It was, okay, let's go to the gym because we're gonna do another one, and we're gonna get under a 5-hour mark, and then we're gonna get under a 4-hour mark. And I have a new challenge. And that's just what I saw, what I experienced during that was that my mental limitations were the only thing holding me back, because my leg, that was the thing that hindered me throughout my entire life, was not a problem. It was simply my lack of preparation. And so there was a major moment within the race that I had an insightful moment, and I can't really explain how it came to me, but I had a unique understanding for where I'm at in the fork in the road in life that I'm at, as far as my career, my personal life, just everything kind of going on with what's going on with my family. But what I've come to realize is that I've ran my life like a sprint, and I've run really hard, and I've gotten through every obstacle pretty fucking easily. I smashed through school. I went into college. College sucked. I got kicked out twice, but I still finished it. And then I hit my career in sales, and my career in sales, I've always been just good at it. I've been good with people. I've been good with meeting the public. I'm very open about everything. And when I realized that through my sales career, I just kind of rushed through it because I was just naturally good. I was naturally gifted at this. And I smashed through my first career, went into banking, got through that pretty easily. And then I come to LA and get into mortgage in LA. And now that I'm hitting almost a year of doing sales in LA, and I kind of just sped through and kind of did everything really fast and got to where I needed to be. And as I see myself hitting the next level and building my team and what I want to do, it's kind of like that 18-mile marker on the marathon. I realize that the frustrations that I'm experiencing right now, my numbers are great, my ability is great, but at this point, the next growth phase is going to be painful and it's going to be slow, but it's just one foot in front of the other and keeping myself going, keeping myself pushing to the next level, pushing myself to grow and pushing myself to bring others with me. I finished the race with a random stranger who was also spasming out, also like burritos, and we finished together, and he helped me and I helped him, but together we crossed the finish line. And that's what this next phase is, and that's what I realized. I can't continue to run everything like a sprint. I gotta slow down, and I gotta be able to just put my foot in front of the next and continue to stride and continue to flow through it. I'm gonna continue to push, and I'm gonna continue to go, because I know where the finish line is. If there is one, I know what's the next goal at the very least and how I'm gonna get there. But now I get to appreciate taking the time and enjoying the moment. I also now understand how important my preparation is and how much more involved I need to be in my business and in my personal life, and appreciate certain things a little bit more, because it is the preparation that's going to allow me to go to the next level. It is my preparation that's going to allow me to run my next marathon in under 5 hours. It is my preparation that's going to get me to the next level. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these talks. That was one of the things I did during the marathon. It was time for me to tell my story. I think I have a very unique story. Also, public service announcement. You're probably not going to see me in suits anymore, because I don't want to be fake. This is who I am. I'm a t-shirt and jeans and shorts type of guy. I like wearing running shoes. I like going to the gym. That's who I am. I don't need to pretend to be somebody I'm not. I'm vulgar, and that's just me. Anyways, I love all of you. I appreciate everybody who shot out a text message, everybody who came out to support. And it's Tuesday. My next video is probably going to be a little bit more business related, just talking about one of my products. But thank you to everybody. This was my first TManTalks. I'll talk to you later.